First question will be second row on your right from Ira.
Hey, Shawn, how you doing?
How's good, how are you?
Good, man. So the transition to Tallahassee, how's it been for you? And if you could go back maybe a little bit through the decision to come to Florida State.
It was pretty good, honestly. It was really nice, easy transition, smooth transition, and just going into picking Florida State is pretty easy. Coach Norvell and I talked during my recruitment in high school, and he had a vision, and he kept up with that vision, and he was very consistent in what he was doing, and he showed me he could do what he was going to say he's going to do. So picking Florida State was a no-brainer, and yeah.
All right, next will be Chris, front row on your left.
Morning, Shawn. The opportunity at linebacker here, how appealing was that? And also just your relationship with Randy Shannon as you've gotten to know him.
It was very appealing. I just wanted to come somewhere where I can make an impact and be a great teammate and just find a new team to help go to the next level. And Coach Shannon and I have been building a great relationship. He's very knowledgeable, and he's done this for a very long time, and he has a lot of experience. So that's been an easy relationship to build.
Hi, Shawn. Can you break down some of your skill sets, things that you think you do particularly well, strengths for yourself right now, and then what are some things you're working on this offseason?
I think I diagnose plays very well. I think I could read the offense very well. I think I've learned a lot of schemes through Alabama and just my time, like just being in college. And I think I come downhill fast, and I'm just a pretty good football player, honestly.
We'll go third row on your left for Jordan.
Shawn, you mentioned it a little bit already, being a good teammate as a linebacker, sometimes the heartbeat of the defense. Can you talk about your leadership style, both on the field and off the field, and some of the relationships you've built in the linebacker room so far?
I think the best leadership style is to lead by example. I think anybody and everybody will respect you if you could do what you're telling other people to do, and you can never have a moment where you're not doing what you're telling other people to do. And I think as a linebacker and being the quarterback of the defense, I think that's a main priority for someone at my position or anybody in our position. And I hope the whole linebacker room could learn to do that and just be one leader, not just one specific linebacker in the group.
Second row for Essen.
As you mentioned, the leadership in the linebacker room, it's a pretty young linebacker room. Like, what have you seen from the group so far, and what do you like about it, and what areas can you guys looking to grow in?
A lot of hard workers, honestly. Coming in here, seeing all these young guys, they work very hard. They're very confident, and they love what they do. They're very passionate at what they do, and I think with time, I think we can all build confidence and become one unit and one leader.
Come back over here to Ira on your right.
How far back does your relationship go with Coach Norvell? And were you watching them, like, when they were playing the last two seasons, were you able to keep up on what they were doing? I know you obviously were busy with your own season.
Yeah. During high school, Coach Norvell was very persistent on me, and we built a pretty nice relationship. And during recruiting, I loved what he did. I picked Alabama, but I still loved what he did. He was a top school for me. Just seeing him over the years, I didn't really get to pour everything to watching them, but the times I did watch them, they were very consistent in what they were doing, and they were very dominant.
We'll go back to your left, second row, Essen.
You mentioned just seeing their consistency and how they got better. Obviously, they were not very good when you were coming out of high school. So, how much weight does it hold when a coach says, "I'm going to do this," and then he delivers on that promise, like just watching from afar?
Well, it's a lot of weight. It holds a lot of weight, honestly. It shows you can stick to your word, and it shows that your standards are very high and that you can take a team to where you want to go. And I think, honestly, with somebody at the head like that, I feel like you can go a lot of places, not just as a team, but individually, just in general in life, in all aspects of everything.
All right, next question is going to be from Zoom, Matt Baker from Tampa Bay Times.
Okay.
Hey, Shawn, obviously you're not the only guy to come to Florida State this cycle from Alabama. What's that dynamic kind of been like with some of your former teammates, I guess now still current teammates?
It makes it easier, honestly. It makes it way easier to transition to everything going on. You see familiar faces, and you're not doing it alone. Sometimes it could be hard going to a new place, new area, not knowing anybody, and trying to get to know everything. But when you have other teammates, you go through the same thing, like, and you can learn together and you can find your way together. So.
I'll go back to your left for Brendan.
Doing some like film review and film study so far, I guess what stands out about how FSU uses their linebackers? How do you think that fits into what you do well?
I think they did do a very good job of like utilizing their linebackers. They put them in positions to make plays, and I think that's very like unique, and I love that about FSU, and I think that will help all of us get to where we want to go.
Stay over there for Essen.
Early on, how was Tallahassee comparing to Tuscaloosa? Two college towns, but I feel like, similar, but Tallahassee might be a little bigger.
Tallahassee is definitely a little bit bigger, a little bit more busy than Tuscaloosa. It is the capital and college town at the same time, so it's a little more busy than Tuscaloosa. Yeah.
Come back to Ira on your right.
Could you talk a little bit about your former teammates from Alabama that are here and what they bring, like what you saw from them on the practice field and in games?
Well, I think they're all very hard workers. They came from Alabama, and they were under Saban just like me, and we all got to pick his brain and learn how to work hard, learn how to be consistent, learn how to be poised in certain situations. I think, honestly, with all of us here, I feel like we can bring some of Alabama to Florida State and mix our cultures up, and I think that would be great for all of us. I think all of them will bring a lot to the table, and I think all of them can contribute in very impactful ways, whether it's on the field and off the field, because they're all great guys.
Go to Aslan, back right.
I think as a base, you guys ran 3-4 in Tuscaloosa. I think here, mainly two backers on the field. Is there something about your skill set you feel that'll get you on the field quicker in a 4-2-5, or is it just kind of a numbers game where there's more opportunity here in Tallahassee for you?
Honestly, with Alabama, we ran a little bit of everything. So coming here, it's not like I haven't ran that defense before. I think it's actually like easier transitioning here because I've been in the system to where I could play any type of defense. And I think coming here, like, there's more of an opportunity because of the way they utilize their linebackers. And I'm just, yeah.
We'll go back to Ira, second row on the right.
Where do you think you have grown the most during your time at Alabama as a player? Is it mental or physical or both?
Honestly, I think it's both, but I want to say more so mentally because just picking Saban's brain every day and learning through the system, being in hard situations and et cetera, like, I think that builds you mentally and it makes you more mature and more poised in this type of environment, which is a very hard environment to be in.
Go back to Essen, second row on your left.
Obviously, Saban retired. You, the portal opened for Alabama players. You entered. What was that process like of finding out Saban retired and then just picking Florida State? Was that like on the top of your list, or how did that process play out?
Well, honestly, I had no idea that Coach Saban was going to retire. It's kind of like a bomb when it happened. I was taken by storm. I didn't know it was going to happen. I don't think any of us knew it was going to happen. So when it happened, it threw us all off guard. But, he got to do what's best for him at the end of the day. And I'm happy for him, and I love what he's doing now. He's enjoying life right now. Yeah. But just with Florida State, I already knew, like, that was one of the schools, like, if I was to enter, that would be one of the schools I would take interest into, along with a couple others. But I feel like here I could have the most opportunity and make the biggest impact here.
Anything else? All right. Thanks, Shawn.
Thank you, guys.